2 letters. 1 word. Oh my God, we're fucking juicing! Previously on Kimba TV. You feel me? I'm ready for a swing fail long here if it happens. I'm ready for a 3 drives or a trident down here if it happens. All right, and just like how, where's LPZ at? Just like how I told LPZ that this wasn't bullish and the only edge we got was structural edge, I know that this could just completely go down because we didn't get, did you get, how many of y'all remember when I said I want 40, 50, 60, 70 million in bottom shorts? We didn't get it. That's why I didn't take the pixel perfect entry that we discussed. Let's get it. Let's get it. Pixel perfect bottom long. Let's get it, boy. Let's see if we can run this bitch up to a hundo. Kachaya. 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 But, oh my God, it's too easy. Can't lose, my boy. Does anybody have a better entry than me? 92,420? 92,420, anybody got a better entry? Kachaya. Exclamation giveaway hose! Exclamation giveaway hose! It's too easy. Laid everything out for you. Wezo says, Kimba, is it scalp long or you think that was bottom? Wezo, I don't know how many times I have to tell you, but we're not in the game of predicting the future, brother. Who knows? Yeah, make sure you get caught up. Are you sure you're watching all the YouTube highlights? Yeah, so do you remember when we were in a long yesterday or the day before? So yeah, so when you get into a trade, brother, you have to manage the trade. So if you're bullish, for example, what does it have to do? All right, Wezo, when you ask questions like that, it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. All right. My response is going to be the same thing that I said to you for every day this week. All right, Wezo. So if you're bullish, what does it have to do? Doesn't it need to at least get above value and get into value? Doesn't it need to turn VWAP into support? Shouldn't it be able to hold that 94 blank as support? So you take it level by level, brother. Sounds good? But stop trying to predict the future. Any question that has a hint of trying to predict the future instead of identifying levels and taking it level by level, I think you're going to get fucked. All right, Wezo. I think it's pretty obvious that it's kind of bearish, right? It's changing structure. So I have almost pixel perfect bottom long. Wasn't that really difficult? Stop loss and profit already. I think I walk away with like 80K or whatever. Worst case. Best case, I think I make like 1.3 or something on the trade. Per exchange, by the way. But yeah, we're going to see if we can get above value. I mean, look, are you surprised that previous support is getting a little bit of a rejection like that? Pixel perfect at value area low. So take it level by level. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, everybody has to be able to look themselves in the mirror and say, I got better this week. Otherwise, it was a complete waste of time, right? You've got to be able to quantify and know that you got better this week. And every day you have an opportunity to prove it to yourself that you know what you're doing. So Wezo, next week and moving forward, I want you to try to resist from asking questions that involve predicting the future. All right? Instead of you asking, hey, do you think this was the bottom? Why don't you tell me the levels to the upside? Why don't you tell me the levels to the downside? Let's start there. I need to know that you know what you're doing. All right. And don't I say that every fucking morning, every fucking day? Cause I know what my levels are. Do you? And when you get to those levels, are you going to be looking to see if it's bullishly reacting or bearishly reacting? That's all you have to do, brother. There's zero value in asking a question like, do you think that was the bottom? Do you understand that there's zero value? It's like candy. It's like there's no nutritional value. Make sense? So I'm going to be really just think about this for a second. If you see this right in front of me right now, do you realize that it's Friday? And so I'll probably shave 20%, 30% at value area high if we get up there. Because that 101,000, that yellow VWAP right there, that single print up there, that value area high up there, Fibonacci, this is going to be significant resistance. If you put a gun to my head right now, you know what I would like? Bink, bink. I would love that. I would love bink, bink, bink. But I need to know what it's going to do. Are we going to get above value area low? Are we going to get above settlement? Are we going to get above daily open? Are we going to get above value area high? Just take it level by level. Stop trying to predict the future, my guy. I never do that. I don't know what's going to happen. I just prepare, plan, and execute and manage risk. And once in a while, if it goes for home, imagine if this rips to 110. If it goes to 110, 130. I don't know. How could I possibly know what it's going to do if I don't even know if it's going to get above value area low? Does that make sense? Soto Risotto says, the best case for this long will be open RTH gap to the downside. Not for me, Soto Risotto. Soto, what's the number one confluence for me this week? See, this is what I mean. Once the bullets start flying and when you guys are trying to do your own TA, I'm never going to be able to impact your subconscious. This is a great example. You should already know what the answer is, Soto Risotto, yet you still ask. Right? So no, forget RTH gap. It's S&P Confluence. If S&P, you know we had PCE today, right? Did you prepare for PCE? Was it good or bad? How many PCEs? The initial move is debate. So Soto Risotto, I do the exact same thing. When you ask me the best case for this long would be, no, the best case would be S&P being bullish, my guy. Alrighty. But you see what when the bullets start flying, you're always going to revert to your subconscious. Okay. It's like fight or flight. Makes sense? So what you need to do, Soto Risotto, is you need to have a plan. You need to already be saying to yourself, best case scenario for me would be blank. All right? Because you already know what the answer is, but you still ask, right? This is what I mean by when the bullets start flying, your brain is going to revert to your subconscious. That's why you got to know what you're doing. Don't really try to do what I do or regurgitate or memorize what I do. You got to understand it. But yeah, this is everything that we've talked about for the last couple weeks. And no one should really be surprised. If you are, exclamation YouTube, get caught up. Grim says settlement didn't reclaim yet, so it's not bullish again, right? No, that's wrong. I mean, it's individual, Grim, but there's nothing in the book that says until settlement is reclaimed, it's not bullish. So make sure that you're nerding out. Some of you guys are just making stuff up on the fly, or you're guessing. Don't guess. You got to know. All right. Basically, Grim, don't look at it as a binary thing. Is it bullish or is it bearish? Don't look at it like that. Look at it as percentage increases. Okay. So it bounced off of the untested value on the second 30-minute candle close. Okay, so that's bullish, right? We've been talking about that for the last couple days. If it's a time-based level, you have to react with time, right? If it's an untested value area, time value area low, you have to react with time. That's why when we market smashed the long, 2 nights ago, it was a time-based value area low that it reclaimed on the second 30-minute candle close. So this is a pop quiz on if you were paying attention or not, right? So that's good right there. All right, it's got to try to, is anybody surprised that it pixel fucks the previous value area high, which is the higher time frame value area low, and it's struggling right now on VWAP? I mean, it looks mathematically perfect. All right, but yeah, it doesn't have to get above settlement. So once it gets above VWAP, then your probability that the long is good goes up a little bit. Once it breaks above value area low, it goes up a little bit. Once it goes to settlement, it goes up a little bit. Once it does a bullish retest, it goes up a little bit. It's not binary on whether it's bullish or bearish. Make sense? Go with probabilities increasing. The point is we're not trying to predict the future. We're going to just take it level by level. If I don't even know what it's going to do at the value area low, how could I possibly know anything like that? Yeah, but make sure you get caught up. Make it a habit if you show up late to type !rewind and get caught up. Yeah, we're going to start simulcasting on YouTube. So it's going to be a lot easier to rewind. But yeah, make it a habit of getting caught up. Zoyo says, glad I got some altcoins you suggested a week ago just then. Nice, Zoyo, but remember what we said yesterday too. Okay, Zoyo? Enigma says, Kimba, isn't that fake breakout of parallel channel and we just come back inside? Yeah, I guess, Enigma. Just make sure that you're caught up on the highlights, man. Just make sure you're caught up on the highlights, man. All right. None of this is surprising. You know that we've had this box for 3 weeks. Okay, you know that we've had this box for 3 weeks, right? I stream 12 to 16 hours every day. You guys should know by now, like, what I'm looking for. All right. But yeah, Enigma, this is all planned out weeks in advance. We had pixel perfect top short. We have pixel perfect bottom long. All right. And the best part is I'm not the only one. Hundreds, if not thousands of you guys have longs from this zone. I mean, some of you guys even market smashed the VWAP getting turned into support. I'm proud of you guys. You know, stop loss is this structure change. We've seen this happen many, many times. So, right? Easy money. So this was given in the morning. Some people, maybe they market smashed on the value area low. This is a little bit tricky because, you got to at least include VWAP. So maybe it's probably still the same one. If you really want to, figure out when I drew this box. I think November 27th. Okay? So go back to like November 27th, November 26th, November 28th, November 29th. Look at when I said if the price comes back down here after it breaches a hundo, that's an easy long. So close to a month we've been talking about this. So if you haven't been planning and talking about longing from there for weeks and months like I have, then you're probably not as confident, right? Let's get it. Kisorix says, wouldn't it be more important to get that box during RTH? Nope. And we talked about that 2 days ago too. Somebody asked that 2 days ago. RTH gives you value. That is why when we look at value area high and value area low, it comes from RTH. Okay, but the price action itself is ETH is totally fine. Bravo says, Kimba, I wake up later and I miss this long. If the trident forms, the retest on VWAP is a good idea for entry. So you're talking about this, right? VWAP, value area low. The short answer is yes, okay? However, all right, Bravo Trading, I want you to rewind and get caught up on my resistance levels, okay? So to the upside, it's basically that high right there, right? So that's going to be a level of resistance. T value high is going to be a level of resistance. Obviously, you also have your naked point of control. So that's a zone of interest. This is a zone of interest. And then like right around, like right where the single print is. So naked point of control, single print, and then daily open, bad high. Those are your three levels of resistance. So if it goes to any of those levels first, I don't know if the pullback is good. All right. You would want it to continue to keep it like this. So make another lower high, test, structure change, and then make the higher high. So it depends on what it does first. So if it goes to like T value area high, for example, that's too late for a pullback. Now, if it happens during the weekend, then it's fair game because you can just throw all that probability shit out the window for the weekend. All right. What's the number one Confluence for today or this week? So I asked this to Marchenik earlier, okay, Bravo. If you get all of the edge that you want, okay, and it goes to that level, right? But S&P is still fucking skyrocketing. Are you going to take that short? And that's a rhetorical question. Y'all need to figure out an answer for yourselves. I don't have one either, right? The only thing that I know that I'm going to do is I'm going to shave 25, 30% at value area high, but that's it. I don't know if I should close the whole thing or flip short. So I told y'all, man, I was going to be very focused on S&P, and I'm going to be using S&P Confluence as my number one priority this week. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm sticking to my plan. All right. V-Rise says it's actually crazy if we think how much money I could have. Do I start it before, but guess it's never too late? Yeah. Copper Dawn says, guys, anyone know what indicator shows you settlement level? Copper Dawn, everybody here knows that you didn't watch the YouTube highlights. Did you know that? Did you know every day this whole week we've gone through that? Do you want me to tell you again? But Copper Dawn, you have missed out on so much if you did not even figure that part out. Okay, can you please watch the YouTube highlights? Did you know that we covered that every day this week? And you still are asking that, Copper Dawn. And it's okay, but you got to understand that you are so far behind. You got to be more competitive, my boy. Okay? Go to Google, Bitcoin CME settlement. Okay? Copper Dawn? Yeah, that's true, bro. I know it is. Yeah, so it's okay, but try to get caught up, okay? And there's so much more that you missed, okay? I want you to juice, but either you watch the YouTube highlights or like I give you a personalized stream for the next 5 days to go over everything, right? Those are the only two options, okay? I want you to Google Bitcoin CME settlement, okay? Click on that. It's this. You see this? 96505, 96505. It's that easy, okay? And last but not least, if you have a question like that, I want you to become the type of person that will just Google it, okay? I have question, okay? Trader A will ask on stream. Trader B will go Google it right away. Who do you think in the long run is going to end up having more success? So I don't really care about specifics. You know that. I believe in principles. I believe in abstract concepts. Okay? You got to be competitive. Okay? If you have a question, you don't know something, I said a word that you don't understand, just go to Google. Go to YouTube. All right? And last but not least, man, exclamation YouTube if you can. Okay? The only other alternative to watching YouTube and or getting caught up on the Twitch VODs is that I give you individualized attention for like 2 weeks so you can get caught up. And that's not realistic, right? So, but yeah, there you go. All right. Just Google it. Bitcoin CME settlement. And it's this, see where it says settle? That's it. That's the number. Okay. Let me know if you have any other questions. And it's okay if you have stuff that you're going to end up asking that's already covered. But yeah, keep them coming. Keep them coming. Alrighty. Okay, Google says I was AFK and got filled. Thank you, Kimba 92.5. That's awesome. My entry is 92.4. So we're right there, man. Hey, but okay, Google, don't fucking tell Mario. Don't tell Dr. Autistic. It's got to be testnet. Yeah, there's a bunch of fucking lions in longs from down here. Yeah. Some people have, I kept it a secret. Good. You know, you don't want to trigger them. How? That's gotta be testnet.
Not enough Latushi.
No way. Good shit, bro. Too easy, right? Exclamation prepared. But definitely rewind and get caught up on everything that we were talking about, though, too. All right. I was talking about how you want to keep this if you're going to try to long this or long this. Okay. Now that that's basically interacted, all you need is a higher high, turn it in, and then we're going to probably rotate, right? So, yeah, everything that, I mean, it's just math. You know what I mean? I'm going to blow on some Latuche, man. Let me go take my plates to the kitchen so I can make sure it's not a dirty office. Cowboy Crypto says 94.7 stop loss good enough for the weekend in your opinion? It depends on, did you shave anything? Did you get to shave anything? 94.7. Yeah, because, you know, CME is going to pause in 56. So the settlement value, VWAP, all that stuff, it really won't matter. Yeah, really the only thing that you have going into the weekend is just something like this. So, yeah, I would just put your stop loss in profit and we'll get after it on Monday. So Johnny says, what about the VWAP? That's about the 382. If you're talking about anchor VWAP on derivatives, sure. But the CME is paused. And this is for CME. And this is volume weighted average price for CME's volume. So you can't use an old VWAP on an asset that's paused over the weekend. Alrighty. So yeah, you're gonna have to pull an anchor VWAP from the bottom here, and I would do it on Coinbase. So do you want to see it? There you go. Yeah, so it's not too bad. I mean, the thing is, it looks real baity, does it not? Because this is the Trident, and you also said it's the yeah. It all depends on your risk appetite. You know, it just sucks that it's fucking Friday, you know? But this is what you're talking about, right, Johnny? Yeah, I mean, a lot of Confluence, but fuck, man, it's a Friday. So the tricky part is the stop loss has to be a lower low. All right. So there's a couple of things that could kind of help you, Johnny. The weekend high or the weekend low probably going to get swept. The low that we made down there, it's kind of poor and weak, right, Johnny? So maybe that gives you or buys you a little bit of room that it's not going to make a lower low until CME comes back, maybe. Yeah, but it sucks that it's a Friday, right, Johnny? If it was a Wednesday, I'd be like, do it. Yeah, but you know there's going to be some Bugatti. I was thinking about adding on the 618 and stop loss lower low. Yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. I'm going to just get stopped out. All right. Bravo Trading says this low is good. Yes, so that part is good. However, this is what's kind of concerning. And you're starting to kind of bunch it up. But yeah, this individually, they're okay. But you don't want to, it's kind of, yeah. It's probably going to get cleaned. Who knows? Individually, though, yeah, that's good. Mandelo says this high here is ass, though. Yes, yeah, all this is bad, too. Yeah, those are all not good either. Yeah, so for me, Johnny, I'm going to just get stopped out and profit. I wouldn't re-enter over the weekend. And I think the ETH resumption and the RTH gap on Monday will probably be the easier ones to trade. Alrighty, but we went over a bunch of stuff, and do you guys need the levels again real quick? To the upside, 98.1-ish, 99.5-ish, 101-ish. And then to the downside, basically this and this. Alrighty. There is still a big short. I would like to short the bearish retest of 100. So yeah, like something like this. Fernanzi says your stop loss is at 94K. Yeah, but it would depend on, cause I shaved. Have you been here since the morning, Fernanzi? We were already talking about if it gets up there, we would have to, shave. So, now like I'm pretty good to go, and I would put my stop loss behind the golden pocket for sure. Yeah. But it all, I think, depends on how much you shaved. And remember, you know exactly what your entry is. You know exactly what your position size is, right? And so what do I always say? Everybody should be running hypotheticals. If I close everything right behind the 382, what is your realized P&L, right? Some people are going to close right here. Some people are going to close right here. Some people are going to close right here. Some people are going to do a combination of I'm going to close 33% here, 33% here, 33% here. And it all depends on how much you got to realize up here. And everybody should just be running hypotheticals. If I close everything here, my realized P&L will be this. If I close half here and half here, my realized P&L would be this. And then just go with whichever one you want. But at least do this part. Don't be lazy and not, see it out. Stay safe over the weekend. I'll see you guys bright and early. Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss. Tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss, Sato. He said he's going to smack the shit at you. Lions, longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. Bulls, bears, we're all lions. Exclamation Discord, exclamation YouTube, exclamation giveaway. Let's get it. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday. Bugatti!